Great. Well, thank you. Can everybody hear me? Great. Well, thanks for the opportunity to talk about Council and the CAP program this afternoon. My presentation is pretty short. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what Council is and what we've done in the past and what we hope to do in the future. But as this is the finance section, I'll spend the majority of the time on the Canadian Agricultural Adaptation Program, or CAP. Council was started back in 1994. There's a council like us in every province and territory. Our primary function is to serve as a catalyst to help move the agriculture and agri-food sector in Alberta forward in terms of being profitable, sustainable, and competitive in a global environment. Right now we've got a board of 27 members. In fact, our AGM is tomorrow, so that'll be going down to 9 with a new set of bylaws, as you can see. We've done a number of programming and initiatives in the past, including the Advanced Leadership Development Program, Value Chains, Environmental Policy Initiative Project, and a suite of human resource projects as well. One of the things we will be continuing with our new structure is our policy forums, in which we invite members from industry, academia, government to talk about issues of the day. Recently we concluded our 3-part Buyer Aware series, and prior to that had discussions again focused on the environment, the Livestock and Meat Agency, and issues that are of importance to the sector. Okay. Our main raison d'etre at Council has been to deliver on behalf of the federal government federal funding programs. In the past, those have been CARD, ACAF, Innovation and Agribusiness Management Fund, and now the current iteration, which is CAP. CAP, it's a 5-year program that runs till March of 2014. We've got just under $22 million here in Alberta to invest into projects that are designed to cover all the buzzwords in terms of emerging issues, creating or capturing new opportunities and whatnot to help the sector remain competitive and to adapt. A bit of a wrinkle from past programs with CAP is that as a truly industry-led initiative, universities, colleges, and government research institutions are no longer eligible to apply directly to CAP. Having said that, we understand that a lot of expertise resides within these institutions, so they can certainly be partners in a not-for-profit or for-profit-led application, but just not as direct applicants. Another wrinkle is that unlike our past programming, which was grant-based, we're now working on a contribution-based model, which essentially means that clients, once they enter into an agreement with us, submit reports and expenses, and then we reimburse them. Previously with grant programming, we were able to cash flow a significant number of funds out front, but with this new contribution-based model, we still have a little bit of flexibility to flow monies out front, but as you can see, it does present some challenges to our clientele. Okay. We do fund not-for-profits and for-profits in Alberta, which we've always done with our previous programming. Our criteria is that not-for-profit applicants contribute a minimum of 10% of a project's cash cost based on its total cash cost. And for for-profits, we look for 25%. We've basically taken the stance that any application coming from a not-for-profit will be treated as not repayable, while those coming from companies will be treated as repayable. Having said that, and it has happened in this first year of CAP, if we do have a project from a for-profit company that whose benefits flow beyond the company, and the company is willing to share the results with the sector, we can take a look at making that non-repayable. Just wanted to share with you some of the projects that we have invested in this first year and change with CAP. And as you can see, it kind of runs the gamut in terms of new ideas and product support, some of which you've heard from today, SciMed Technologies, BioNutra here in Edmonton, one of the largest projects we have with Alberta Barley Commission to look at multi-use barley in the Japanese market, and another local company, Novatech, which is looking at bio sanitizers in food processor settings. Okay. A few more of the smaller scale projects dealing with invasive plants and their biological control agents, dealing with mycotoxins in the Alberta greenhouse industry. And as I mentioned earlier, we do partner with other councils in other provinces to lever funds. So in this case, the benefits of this project, exceed borders beyond Manitoba. So again, we can partner with those councils to get a bigger bang for the buck. Okay. Generally, we get involved in pre-commercial activities, and that might be market scans, technical pilot studies, feasibility and business planning. We don't get into advertisement and promotion or awareness. We don't get into information sharing type events. In the past, we used to sponsor speakers and whatnot at different seminars. We no longer do that. Don't get involved in normal business operations. So basically anything with a pre-commercial flavor to it is something we can take a look at. And we do have some capital allowances as long as they don't exceed 25% of our total cap investment. Okay? One of the things we strive to do is we try to learn about other programs, whether they're provincial or federal, simply because if your project's not a fit with us, we try and shunt you off to the correct programs and people that can help you out. And that's certainly a level of service that we've prided ourselves on. Okay. The application process is quite straightforward. We ask that everybody start off with a letter of intent. That's basically a 4-pager that gives us an idea of what you're looking at in terms of a project. We review those on a weekly or so basis and then get back to you whether or not we want a full application. That way it saves you time and grief, going through a full application only to learn that it doesn't fit our program. Okay. Because of our restructuring and the AGM coming up tomorrow, we've been on a bit of a hiatus in terms of our timelines being stretched out. Our current deadline for full application receipt is the end of July, and we're envisioning a board meeting probably sometime in late September, early October. But again, once we have a new board in place, they'll determine that schedule. You can find more information at our website, www.agfoodcouncil.com. Certainly there's a toll-free number. We all answer our phones, and we're pretty diligent in answering emails as well. So again, as part of our service package, that's what we're there for. So if you have an idea that you'd like to discuss or even get together face-to-face, we're always amenable to that route. So please check us out. We've got another about 3.5 years to run till the end of March 2014. We've invested about $5 million to date. So there's certainly still opportunity out there for us to look at your projects. Thank you very much.